All right, we're going to for Germany. On your screen, to see an mutual the area actually the so-called Achimota Forest that cover all Ukraine. In the 1920s, early 1920s, 1920, 21 there, and at the then governor of Gold Coast, Roger Saland, and we decided to be doing meow, we turn it into a forest. First of all, to give some kind of ecological balance to the area, now also to provide firewood for they had plans of building a Chimota School and a Prince of Wales College, unnecessary Legon. I think at Chimota and a Prince of Wales College, whatever. They had plans of building Legon University and a Achimota School. So they could get some firewood from it. So I'm not too free on estimating some and we pay on compensation. As a, together they paid about £24,000. So the very name Sycamore. It's millions of pounds, but that's what they paid around that time for that piece of land. As Mami came in Bay 1921, I said. So it's been there for a very, very long time. Yeah, I've been the idea by 6 years here. I'm someone declassifying as a forest reserve. Omatimi use for other things. Now I cry choked into me and say, if you train me and we see now into part actually. For video I mean boy we near free YouTube wanna be a friend of being proud of friend of Adam Strength in one of me free. We have to see around this area. I must start to clear in the forest in that. Around the sort of peripheral to say land there were around the forest. We must start to become area hanging used to be part of the forest. So hanging used to be part of the forest. When we did become kakaka. And surprisingly, to be you be surprised to know the kind of people are assassin or money. And funny enough, I say I start seeing reports ever kakaka. Ocean crowd, forest answer, Omadia Kumama, and Sakra, you can see a lot of development inside the forest. It's got crazy. How you think, say, people who know better, like the Forestry Commission, and whoever is in charge of protecting our environment, when they become with anything, they should be acquiring more land and expanding it because the population of Accra are increasing over very 100,000 times the time of Muji assassin. And you think that to balance the ecosystem, to balance the environment, they should be acquiring more land. Practicing how to um, collect our sewer, have sewer systems to collect our sewer and process it to make the country to make Accra more environmentally friendly. No, I mean property owning government, so called. say, whatever the little that we've saved for over 100 years, they'll just destroy it. No much about it. Far forest, I think most of the vegetation there, any trees, normally a shrubbery, any grass, like giant grass, to say a serene, a champon is a man be brain over. So you would think that the forestry commission will be engaged in planting like proper trees that can help, digest the air. The shape, look at Accra, the settlement, quite for the pulling around. So rather kitty necessary as the lungs of Accra, as from an eye home Accra and this one so I'm has to get some kind of fresh air. Now when there are few people, including people yeah, forest national as some eche and the opposite see that I have been crowd their common will more the mom they could the whole country of 31 million yeah, on one select nipa by 7 on the bush of food and all the moon. This is how I'm doing. Hanson. Oh, Hanson, I better account. Okay. Sorry about that. You mean say the mechanic yamuti kakakra. Montana, we might have to do it. Basically I was showing you an aerial a an aerial view of where Achimota Forest is, courtesy of Adam Shrem. I think he flew a drone over it, Um, view or the chair and I'm the chairman patrol here. Do you have patrol the share my if you're on Facebook share it, if you're on YouTube share it, give us a comment like Hanson is doing. Now, I hope Hanson, I hope so you'll be joining me very soon. I discuss this issue. Achimota Forest, to say, and Chibianet is a government who are declassifying. I think we are about to think about 10 or 12 years ago. But let's say family, we say, if I born on Koba said, the president of that time, said he didn't want to give that land away. I be developing a book and yes, in 19 turn it into an ecological park. Something similar to every garden. People will be allowed to walk in, but turn it into a park basically. But we are anyway in our also. Basically, it's going to remain a forest, but people will be allowed to go through it. And now, I don't know, but you could see it, and now on the the woman, new minister by also, declassify. I think that initially they started with about 100 acres. The could reach in, I think, 360 something acres has been declassified. Nti amanfo eba krom so omaton like basically what they were trying to do was that land na forest reserve na just we move beyond to find nothing. Omo per se omo free forest reserve na ebe say any normal land e organ. Nti be bit metwa bi aton e bit bi schools. E say ibubu nua na yes. But I don't know if you can hear me the first time. Reason why the first like government are no more Gold Coast then. Eje Salam and say Accra, which was a very small place, very small town, and dotted villages around was becoming a metropolis. So that Abrofun Betna home there was a lot of I know me of course yes. There was a lot of buying and selling there. The government of the day was situated there into that. They had to get a place to balance the place ecologically. Into no omuji asase kɛseɛ paa asase da no ɛso twe nsa bebree kɛseɛ paa ɛno bi na ɔmotwa bi yɛ Legon University ɛna ɛno bi na ɔmo de yɛ Achimota ɛna ɔmo gye kakraa de aka ho sɛ ɔmodua nnua first of all to help environmentally ɛna secondly nnua no so metumi harvest bi na ɔmo de fuel the kitchens of Legon ɛne Achimota. And that's why I'm going to sound as my came in 1920 to about 102 years ago. No more assas. So Muji assas no Muji Munia Kakra independence 1957 in Bano. And I'll come in and then say South Forest to see. And then a Buanka because in Krino population in a capital population increase and increase. In Kuma catcher say South Nuyan you find your fee, a bayonet is a reserve for forest, and Molitian saying to Kumu one salmon, but Chiwa forest in Salmon, and it's a reserve. The Empire and Sanka, New Gumen, it's Yankuchatima or a reserve, ya Shenapa, a Nidaho, na Yajama, a Ghana phone in Adia, Yenipamakude. As I say, compensation has already been paid around 1921 to 1920 to 1924. Compensation to assassinate I think it would be about 27,000, 26,000 pounds. And then now the brand is to come millions of pounds and you still have assassin from the original owner. And President Biaba on Finance Sanka because a reserve near Jan Hall, a Kofaba, I think somewhere around 60, 70s, you know. And will be the court. So called the family, the court said, assassin, a dear, a teacher compensation or many, almost all deal with the same compensation. Kusiaga, the court, Kusiaga. I mean, apparently they were told that they were frosted in the Ampari Amon in the class. The Namun that's on the side by around time and melt. For your president, that time we come by. So I'm not go for kind back and forth. Now you say the do baby no go forecast in there, which will be a moment and no trust as the cacram. Milk also be deep president and I'm for and sorry say oh when you're compensating the same for family giddy giddy and near mills throughout to Mahama or Moya and say assassin first of all yen declassified. Near Ben say the Bay Uku Park. Uko baby to say Singapore and Malaysia. More baby to say every garden. So home every garden say every it's a botanical garden, but it serves more like an ecological park. It's people will be allowed to go in and enjoy the atmosphere, but they'll plant more trees, they'll create biodiversity, they'll maintain the biodiversity of the area, and a bit more using as tourist attraction. But it's going to be an ecological park. Because at the moment, our government first stop is we use as a reserve and now for the purpose in TOJ. What didn't say who you for Saturday Bureau, yourself, who signed your my dear mom. You have to give it back to the family. So who they force a just as if you as I so I say we are the school. Now later, we don't want to into in school now, although you pay them compensation, I saw Sunday as anymore. To avoid that, so in the very ecological site. Left, right. Almost all man for assassin and mom, that is still a forest reserve near Queen. Me mom dear, my personal opinion is saying they should just leave this as a forest reserve. We don't know when we are more. If they have the chance to buy more land and add it to because Accra, shall we do often make crowd? Accra you choked my time. Nice places when we were young. The son and I call it for Fado Quakra, that Suman estate in the watching Bola, a move of his own. So I say, Accra has turned into one big zone. Intina, to see Ubinia Sikakakra, almost a nice community, no matter what I found, because nobody wants to be part of the rest of Accra. It is what this small forest compared to the rest of the land that has been developed, that's for Accra to say. From nipa ho mekuno oxygen. Now you're processing you breathing out, you're homing out carbon dioxide. In your plants, trees, that's the opposite. From some carbon dioxide and with water and sunshine and some few nutrients, they go through the process of photosynthesis. The Ghana there will be our core plastics that knows what photosynthesis is. And one of the byproducts of photosynthesis is oxygen. So that's why there's this adage says the last day that the last plant, the last tree die will be the day that the last man is going to die. The more you can, the more the quality of air we breathe reduces. So flooding I see one kind apart from poor planning and lack of sewage, Accra used to have a lot of mangroves. More my geography, and in biology, you understand what I'm saying by mangroves. Those mangroves can take a lot of water and store it, and they have more that environment thrives on water. It is soon quite now catch your mom US call places like Florida and even South Carolina swamps and Accra used to have loads of that. So but Jimmy with Katani in our so Akatasu Sisidan was in it. It is so tough, exactly what is going to happen. So Achimota is the only frontier left to do that. So Abanwe Bason, and this has been my problem with this so-called property owning um, policies in government. Say, Omuka a property owning government, and your property owning government for all of us. It's just for the people in government. First, this thing happened. Tamako Fubidi and Omuka say Jacobichi Bilamti. Kase, I think he was retiring or now free one ministry to the other. I don't say a buying bangla idea man or talk. Somebody I've forgotten who, so be the new court say a buy bangla there won't mean talk. So as I say, a month will be ministers will be about the tenant before you. You could be Toya and Kawanyantin. And I mean, you know the judiciary of Ghana. Minister Waselusa, the court kitty. Yes, I am by Bangu, Minister and Toya. That was the beginning of the end of that policy. So as I say, Rollins time, let's say, almost that's some of the companies and Kuma building now almost say making profit be almost on Kaiser would say, I think Vanef SDCO said in Sawam Canary was sold to a company that had some kind of relationship with Nanaya Kunadu. And be a big deal because now my forecast it. Obeton Krana, you saw Tom Beer. What by moon. Nanaya Kunadu, we are president here. I then I saw who to go bonds and because I buy an airton, then I will go to Samuel Mano, needed him Kakanka. Abedu baby Edri, a forester. It belongs to 31 million people. And so I'm kind of thank you. Thank you, Dr. Bakus. Forest Kakra, it belongs to 31 million people. Say, what for Mubeye said 24, said 30 plots. And I will chairman per 5 or me or 4. I mean, like, to see corruption, baby, ya could do not, as I say, no. They expect us to expect it. Say, Beba. Such as it. And you have some Ghanaians that are defend this idea, and it's terrible. And young kind of, you know, I have a little video from myself some time ago. We called Ghana and try about one of my favorite parks. Sunyani used to also have a lot of parks around Kofor time ever. Bit by bit on my encroaching na and they are my individuals. Government appointees. Now say I'm Sunyani is one of the schools and one of the schools almost everybody in Sunyani has gone. About 80% of people in Sunyani have gone to that school, which is experimental. Obi oma encroaching oma chese school na asasana kakakre. Their hotels buying some of the land of the school. Proposals have been made to relocate the school because school no almost feels a school no prime area. It's no student the almost here some metnasa prime area for school. It's no hotels they pay. It is a say will be akutwa over base 4,000 blocks of assassins. And then I was told the Baba BC hostel for university students. Into students into school. I know my young school one of the biggest school in Bronga half. And then Mama Class Regional Minister Ocean she went through there. So I'm a profile demonstration, but we've got to see there. Obiani. But back to Achimota Forest, which is an example that we're talking about. So, you say, no, almost already declassified, and a rumor started by say, once I declassified, and say, any reserve view. Over 100 years, I did reserve no. Mobile, I must say, reserve view. Into no, mucha. Nipa, I say, go for we have a petition, the same go for me come once. I have a petition, say, Omuhi assassin, you know. Now, your compensation. Although we all know the compensation for this land has already been paid. Omasa Babio, it says a commission or a committee, a cotton to say, more 100 and something acres. In Kudrechi, you're more 360 something acres. I mean, almost 3 times how much they asked for. First of all, no, I don't even believe that they deserve it. But even say so crassy they deserve it. The commission or the committee said say 100 and something acres. A pan said it could do 361. Thank you, Dr. Batus, acres. Now, as I say, I didn't declassify way I go so I can. I will be a last year. Will what the country change the amount of Nipa you put you in charge. Say Ghana forest, so mine. Say a better amount for encroaching. There are more trees may any planting. What at least 20 acres of that land. So Ramsey site making is a remnant of some of the mangroves now because Accra was made up of a lot of mangroves and depleting was one of them. Necessarily done into a swampy area. Hokrana World Health one of those UN subsidiaries, MIS Kase and preserving a crown was as well. Our Chibima Mano of Asian. I mean, assuming you can't now first you cannot and I mean you are understanding what we're talking about now. And this is a not the biggest guy in government. So you can imagine government to ABC so everybody they have say just a new man no more everything everything they have on person they are just grabbing it. It's just property grabbing. And they belong to 31 million people. You probably 6 kasi afar, right? Does it even make sense? So, and your team. It's Nana was it.
Yeah, bro.
Nana was a chance and I'm a video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that it's if we not 3 weeks is in Yambo online, like I say. We have a white train, I to Yaba. Micho Bibia, the chef for the Pacos, and on all platform doing that, but your one share. As my booking on the Ghana for Nina Kumazudu, or Deyaka. Yanka, Nya Yinchimba, no Bosofa. Maybe anyone young Yano, and someone one share video kaka authority no one wants to say there. I wrote you for you the kid. Kwame, but that's also that upper back. Wasn't go.
How was it?
Yeah.
Dr. Wagusi,
But the fact is,
he said John talked against the encroachment of the site in Tema. Meanwhile, he had bought part already in secret. Well, through the good side of COVID-19, now we know that.
oh, Dr. Parkus.
Ubisoka say, hey, ade akama chira ne say ubewie nipa.
I know.
Okoba no beso mu bi mian kon oku. That's how karma works. And Ghana the nipa who are in kind of cheap, somebody.
But Kwame.
But ade belonging to 31 million people. Now so nkwan we busian for be far. I mean, baby edru no.
I tight. For the first time, what's it? Impuwa won kenichi asam. For the first time, Impewuma work kenichi asam. Kwame Oyehu. Yeah. Oyehu Papa. Apart from Akwarin Safa, on I'm providing the better work Akwarin Safa on nature asam. In Papa to them, na we na nature asam why Pota was as a family. For the first time in Ghana history, we will not work nature asam. Oh yeah. Serious. I mean, impa wabona no your because I wanna yellow one. In ancient Baba no benya. I said wutum waba Wakanda will be the president just 4 days another 8 years. No wutum will Ghana and Sassin na yana yellow one. Yamba yana nan waba no one so one yabazi. What in turn Ghana Japanese for just 8 years. Nami. Ma I am young there. One of them what come on. It's tough was or kind of yes. One would defend Papa Napo years Belinzi Kwame. The being yes Belinzo, but would defend there, yes. Said you not assassin what I have as it. On knock or come up, man. When you so said yours when you so and now when you more look do. I don't know, you why there? Why there? I mean, Mentasi.
I think what the politicians in Ghana has succeeded in doing is a divide there. Now, you say, Krubiano, conquer Krubia, first thing you have to do is divide them. And then you can take them on one by one. Say a dozen, any per 100. Put me a mumunko. It's about me, you don't want to change Muminu. So the 50 become one time. I said, we are 50.
Right.
Easier. And that's what they've been able to do. It's, more party colors. Or sorry, I'm no part. Nejuma say, whatever the party near, good or bad, I will say, or can be my own. Or he feels that the duty, say, I will say, or can be more. And that's the problem. That's what they've managed to do. It, suddenly assume each other.
But Kwame, especially one of what butcher and put one some year. So Ghana, one own more called an hour in a sort. I hope a baby in a more called. One who got butcher would defend this topic and I me yell. One of what butcher said you will my butcher all look. It took an able be man doma in Punto look. I won't be assassin. Our government will be assassin. President will be assassin. MP, I work as a man in the as so. The way we more look one would defend the Ghana's and on not Okumakra.
Terrible.
Oh, is serious.
For like na posti ewo ha no and I mean if anybody wants to be part of this conversation, just go to the link and just click it over banner anyway din come on na asem de
Kwame,
mood now.
na Erika wo mfikyiri we school na waka no.
Mhm.
Na me bisa de, mpako about to school no. Number look school na.
Hmm.
Nti wahwe waka no mfikyiri school yi. School order da waka. Na obesi hotel, obesi ofa no hostel. Hostel in school for no bukoma. Mfi transfer na ansa da class 2 a.
One.
Na order no what class 1 and next na mon kwa class 5 is. Kwame
I
nansi
mean,
na Kwame nansi na
excuse.
efi Ghana bay. Do you Ghana ayɛ zama ayɛ?
Oh yeah. Arrow. Now me excuse cry omoma say school no wɔ prime area. Into no I was say your pay baby for this school ni si. Na omutimi omutimi ɛfa saa asase na yɛ relocate to school. Sɛ na bɛyɛ ɔno betuma wa besi ne dan wɔ hɔ. I mean,
So sad.
nipa bɛn na dwen sa. Who thinks like that? Let's just say, and we can say you come when I say, more ideas, no, ni power, and more power, no, money ideas.
Money ideas.
And you good crew. So, I mean, Ujin Ghana, you won't know your badrin ba frustration is
Kwame wolu from Japazi wa Ghana. Abani owodi olu from Japazi wa Ghana. Hwene MPC ni nyinaa bialu from Japazi. Sisi anape woso kofodio so abani nasase do no so wolotan. Because Akufo-Addo lifted our band ni fedo.
Or by forest reserves, then why no declassified in
Because what you care for is what you care for. Now don't lift the band if you don't know what no crowd. And see, I'm not coming America away. Baby would gain the old. Baby, I India. Apart from snow no time. So no time when I'm draining in action. In shoot a grand papa and draining if you the park. You, I fake. You forest why I call a cat legend from our Kwame. Mobuana.
Okay.
In Japan and Ghana forest can all want to show yellow time. Since on Japan a Kakum forest will happen to Kakum forest.
Oh, say, no much, no man who say we are gold, we are that.
Kakum forest on Japan, what on Kakum forest.
Oh, yeah. Some now come on who say we are diamond, we are not good, we are Pimo. I never see a good getting
Story Biaba. We if you crown or the at Tamras Nabrodo, or could you do the old Dama forest? She said, we'll be doing a wire flat. No more heavy implement that sano.
Now, and yan and Siana, your sister over $2 million of 20 million Ghana.
What do you and say forest Kwame, this government don't have any vision. In the or forest, as also could be any view. What kind of leader are you? One more fancy number of number and you very.
I mean, it's frustrating to discuss. And this week, everywhere that I've been, we are discussing the same issue. So it just doesn't make sense.
What kind of would defend the the next abandon or current choice the bay as a park? What kind of defender a defending? That's a win team abandon fire park or your fire. Now, our woman, I may defend it, a witch in a defendant. I'll be able to can every time.
Ecotourism park.
Yes. In terms of for some people, I'm watching and watering.
And no, it is every garden. Not say because the attorney say the government just as free private owner or true eminent domain. Say as I see that way, a order. Now so me general amount compensation na me dey school. When I just as no. Now when me am fan to school now. E so san ura kro as command.
Right.
Inti tama pre ba as no. Inti na mills, atama say na agent say. Say as agent say the year nua ho adwuma.
Right.
And then the Bible ye pack a media was. Inti as no, say them me GSM the year and one am the year. Means I found out. So I say, oh family no cry no. The chima amount for chima is even a scam.
Yeah.
Because Usugo no cry no, there's no family called U.
Yeah, watch it put up a panel one we would that one instead of the number no as an over. Now after this is the number no why is this?
No. Secondly, he doesn't own land around that Usu area. The land around that area belongs to the Accra communities now. Almost around that area, almost a CNB and we pay them compensation.
Yeah.
It's around 1920, no, it's almost say 26,000 pounds. I would the bed next month, like it runs into millions of pounds. It's in the assassin crowd and KBI Yakusi Forest baby for baby and communities no moti hono koro masa said the more. Let's even say for Nasa. Inti abane sen na asem asase we yenwie ye ho asem ka etimi kopi obi we ma onyo o. Which means it's a scheme.
And quite more of you and there. In Pokuna, we would never really. Or yet recently out. That's one coffee piece a day, Sir John, and on Miss Coatmata Sasa now. One bobla now. Sir John and son of Papa ye. Dama a pain. No, or if you be and for Sudian. Into why do we say why the one could take Papa not to? I can't conform more one. Kind of fana be more another. Sir John one bobla now. Into the time 2017 ya. Oh, what papa we are 2 years or 3 years. Is in your dama achievement your way in yam. As it 2 years as I dama achievement. I mean,
First of all, it is very easy to find out whether the assassin how did he get it? Because assassin in changing hands without paper trail. So it's anything with the Hansen by Emma Hansen power.
Of Kwame Mechiao.
Yeah,
brother, Aquaba, as we know, all lines will go through for the past 3 months.
Oh, busy for nothing. Says Cambodian, yeah, to talk Achimota Forest in Intino.
I remember that the forest be out to which.
Yeah, say your documents in Intino.
That should be a really my mass about
yeah, I there was internet. Say any.
We are full.
Yeah, so.
Kwame na se dey na ko Achimota asemia.
Achimota asemia
Na of Kwame me akra na me wo questions bi o mo Achimota asemia. I'm question because that old family no. Say ibisa ye ho kwan o mo fa so munya sa ensase no. The first place.
That's true.
That 1900 when munya that big land na abro munya hemfo no question one. Okay. And two, my father said you mona mwako school now must say more translators. Back then, Dennis, and could it be say almost the more education now, no more educational background, and they get documents, for themselves. Because that 1900 now you can't ask them, and the crown 20th century no crown. I have for those and I said you or multimate reading and or multimate kind. So question what that assassin and Casano, even though say government not stepping in any may I do way maintain say it could be say almost the inquatic be so now in that land, because with your more history now or more year a mine funtuma as a mine in which is the rubber tree, right? So say trading no more year the old families. Enti kwan bɛn na ɔmo nya saa land no ɛna ahemfo bɛn na ɔmo to free ɔmo hɔ anaasɛ because na ɔmo ne aborɔfo no dealing nti no ɛna ɔmo yɛ that documents no to ɔmo hɔ anaasɛ sɛn.
That question is going to be, because it's going to be very easy to find out, because as I said, from especially in Kaya Assassin, because now Abrofunity wanting to know, everything has a paper trail. Everything was documented. By Ichemukrana, the O's did not own anything around the Osu area. Achimota Forest, young term free for. They bought it from communities. I think about 15 communities or more area for them, almost asking a toy, and we paid them more compensation with paperwork. This old family, they've appeared before around the 90s, I think between 66 to 1980. Ever press assassin, I could dress, they were trying to use fraud. It's dismissed completely. And it will shock you, say, the guy who was their lawyer was this our president's father, was their lawyer. And the boss in
it's true.
The boss in Muguya, no Mokusia. Before by they reappeared. And Omuya no Munya assassin kakra. And they've started pressing on. So that's it. It's I don't want us to go too deep into that, but there's a big question mark. I say, how I say, will be only, as I say, between Sunyanene Brekum. Now you see, I could be the Marty, or an assassin. Like I have for royal family ben or motomati, it was that area.
Sanet here.
Sana there's no family with royal lineage called U. It was that area.
So my question is, that old families, right? Because we are translators back in the Omone Abrofono. So they are highly educated, right? Could it be say almost based on education no munya and
almost 4G documents. It could be, but and America said, I don't know, it's very easy to find out because there are documents to trace it. Now Tracy and we can't be answering questions about that. So I think we leave that to the lawyers. Now Ghana court, because court no
no, sir.
Supreme Court birth certificate cannot be proof of your identity.
ID card.
You can't even trust them on this one. I'm saying, this issue, the president here will be Neniwo case no, and he is unse oye ubia ofili say a conserve Achimota forest and all forests in Ghana because we know wakokunto kwakra etiwa huntama now on the president because I think or didn't say na nke the man go fit move to box side on Tiasia because a reserve. If he still have that spirit in him, you can say we tear from that. I can say, you know what? Every land around the Achimota area, we are taking it back as a government. We are reserving it. So, just I don't know. Before we buy every day, just say they have to find a way to make money out of it.
I mean, as near a cabi be there. Yamba pure trade, ne papa. No, I'm a lawyer. My old friend was that as now.
Yeah, when they appeared in the 70s, yes.
Yes, 70s. And see, say, Akufa the way you left the band in for that. Not today. Akufa days in my panazi.
And now one names now they were for that's why I was preventing that.
Mama, and phone in so Mama Wanando. Listen, Kwame, waka yanka no call woman no kwana maka. Sapapana pano jasa na wenye kono wanji. Na na bani nyim de mpapa no fight that mazi. This is maybe the mo tuma. Ma jama nkofan because never papa ni shelu. If you lawyer build that master's name, they said what a hobby. Into one left band. Na say ame mo ho yin kwame mo ho yin en kan in she the bench in this park es no onye wo bundua we so to es onye nti e force ya donate for my force na to kono wa bado awa aba na nyim ya asa awa ba ne twitwale as rich. I mean so sad.
Anyway, my name said we are exhausted questions on this one and we can move on to flooding because they are related. Accra flooding has been there for a very long time. I know people were showing newspaper clippings in the 60s. Then Daily Graphic was reporting about floods. Floods in Abba, I'm rolling to see that mean I sort of see that floods in Enko. The reason is that Accra used to have a lot of mangrove. It's acacia branches, it means pea free form. So
yeah. Sunro.
Your friend saying Sunro. Now Accra be brave hunting not swamps. So south of America, say North Carolina, Air Coast Trona, Buhusa swamps, the Bible says Sujina Ho. The brain, not mangroves in room. Accra used to have a lot of that. And I can't you train me. Yeah, once a Samuel man is a queen you.
Yeah.
Yet you trying to depleting in na. And yes, you see, I dying so is the cry, sign your face. Me never, I don't know. Yes, you see, I die phone be brave in the book room. Construction, no sewer systems. Into the kwan I got a ketevia to chair and I ketevia to chair. I don't even say a bed carry in soon but we nipa, you don't need to be an engineer to understand it. Oh, me fan say paper way. So and a down assassin. You so tight. The whole space of what people we had in our and no moon soon. And now also there be open baby acting to be see like a house and I'll see that. Say paper a capota. The first nana in so no ta. Hanging a chin soon to say aka say aka 2/3 and a between soon. Will be a farm address. And a between soon. It is saying so ta. But be a what's dying. Intimi entry soon, it is soon kakabeka, friend run off. I run off and I saw Pepe be. And I'll see down here. Lack of knowledge in Tino. Area kakra, a cow dino now. She says, now can I say, a choose now 4 tiles. What 4 tiles was to test in here because tiles are all fit. And I can't one test. And the assassin that whole fool no. The academy a bit much at choose. So we know at the 2 hours and a noon so the Akano will have to wait about even 4 hours. The Anum Sansu. It is soon by Buano. So I say it can soon go from there 1 footer to say no, it's only be 3 feet higher. And it will take 4 hours. I'd rather take him and say 1 hour. The now it's going to take 4 hours. It is and that's the problem of Accra. And Accra, if you go to our smaller towns, you see the same thing happening there. It is so tough. Abrofono, almost down before you have a permit, almost down with area for them. Say area no sewer system. So mudru capacity of the sewer system, I have more permit to that. There's a town called Monroe. My name says, say, we to expand the sewer system, one of the prime areas. Charlotte, Mecklenburg area. I am maintaining Monroe, Mukona, Ubenya, Esidai. Sewer system, because a do capacity meeting over about 3 years, you have my permit. I'm not fast pass as well, so you have my permit in Esidai. Because over the Kabasa, it is sooner. And Quebec baby other anything, so many baby manager. Sana is nipa or drink. So, and I must sit down. I covered the whole land. A bubu mangroves now. Niana and also to change you in your bubu in you need proper sewer system. Yeah, I got that here be open, train naso and go underground. It is so tokra na akra ketwa na ho got along because of the force of the water going through that small space. It may train cra emomoira. Paying for cars create me fako. So that is the problem that we have in Accra. In Sony there, it's not going to change. Okay, USTR, Civil Department and Geomatic Department, they've done an extensive work of how to solve that problem. But with every year now, it becomes more expensive because we see more and Achimota Forest and Kedahoyan Tama Ebeso Kizuka Council, Moscow no matter. Sakra will know at a chairman union and then there. Far and the farm. Nothing is going to change about that. So what I say, that's the problem we have. Or the million more casa air cabin na menkope your president of Tira Sing near all count in Penam Famram. If that's how a leader talks, I'll leave that for your judgment. To say, we are me and Achimota Forest. But the topic is linked because in Sasika, be Jawo. What is it? So you will quiet. What is it? So you will quiet that.
Kwame, before Abekana, Mami Misa say almost in Venice, almost Abrofuni developing chrono in so what is it in Venice? And Ghana cross ewe home baby will cry no almost sitting a down so what is it in so after our mother?
Nzulezu.
Yeah.
What is it in so after our mother? Oh, for Kwame, maybe so.
Oh, that be minty be that.
So, Adentima, young Kusia, Quay or Mofa, so right? Omutimi chichiri akura ewu nsuo so abra nsuo mfom na ya yeti asase so a yetimi control asase no nsuo fine ana Kwame ne ye me ya kra ne se youth na memfa ne se ye ni bebra ye be questioning government no right yet on na ye video ana ye dware room. Okay.
Na onyisu ngwala ne so ata ngwala ba.
Ito munye de so na nya towi.
Enya towi Kwame. We say sometimes no anibreba na Ghana for ye hwehwe no mu ne nkwase asem no eba more. Okay. Here is the case town and country planners no omo demarcated land no and ebi a portion soccer way no beba no nsuo ni nyina be kwa kushia no meaning say US we see more than 20 houses omo sheda nya location bi no omo aye no to say fish pond no
Right.
say ni nsuo no tope na ni nyina koboa ansa na atwetwe akwa asase na se
Your friend water detention pond.
Right.
I mean 1 minute I mean chill see it.
Okay.
Explanation na me kan. Nipa nyansam no unim say asase da ho nyantama eno a enim how a take care of nsuo no. But once a nipa de nsa be ka no abema nsuo the way nsuo no work na change. They say ya penya sakwan bi so. Na you control runoff water. You know, no me ya say say ya water kakraka. Ya ka nsuo no nyina megu na nkogu creeks no a Ghana ebe from streams nsuo nketenkete no ana river bi kura na nkogu ma abema river na yiri. So it's no man say ye two amna here friendly detention pond. Na ye de pipes ehye from advantageous places. Na nsuo no ta because the crew nsuo timi to be 3 days continuous. Nsuo no ta quality nsuo no nyina na dey akogu detention pond no. Na detention pond no ye wo tank kese bi wo ma. Nsuo no do level bi overflow ko tank no. Na etimi akọ se river o se stream o se creek o etimi akọ kakran se dem be ya ye mma sa nsuo ni enjiri because eyiri amumu anyina akra etimi kun mu. So madwi we nyina mo and your friend water detention pond. Tell na you know how to can one say. That's it also.
Of Kwame me da say. Enti say ye krumo na ye sua abrofo no ada na ye nsua sa ade no but rather no because omo tonton area mu Holland ni nyina no that area na omo yi for that purpose no obi ekosi dan asi wo okoka pe uniska Ghana no dey say wano asem no ye mfa nye hwe eti una wo se bia bia eye ensu kwan no okoka pe ombeka cho say masa no mo de sa asem ne ba ni nyina yesu akoye say sebio emra bia ani Ghana obi atimi ye ne ope enti se otimi ye ne ope de a ene issues ne ba ebeba no bebre ebeba bebre. Right now, no, me fun say Accra Edika I congested already. She say no any lesson for that small villages, ne towns now, yeah, chichere no. Say this is the biggest issue. She say ye face the capital. Enti, me fun say regional capitals now more too much populated, ne you know. Mutimi solve this issue no. Any new maybe locations no musisi new residential areas ne that buildings na at least a bit near prevent and I enjoy say the beer old school no, system no sagata na as a major soprano it me yiri no omunja sa ade no okay a road isha enso gates no so a isha bibi like pane eya reho so na net to eyi ni nyina na me mpaye pa ne se faster house so kibi through edru ho a na nka omo documents na wo ho no ni nyina afo a next time no omo ogie omagi nkuro no ho yie na akoye se ye na se bi ye ni bie no e fine na ni yesu guru government no so a ochina latest room o de beto abonten e hope na we refi bibia na next year ensure no to a na san happen yes yesu come on say car kwenya accident na mistake e buy omo free companies no dealership not manufacturers no omo who say this is the fault no more preventing by you crew you mistakes no plan e free there is no prevention oh nyame beye ye mompaye ye makura ase ye hia nsuo no ye nya nsuo no na enkran a ye hia nsuo no e form oh it is sometimes you know and painful no omo right now no a dime bia yankofa side plans no e wo Accra na na ehwem obi a wasi dan yasi waterway bia na eyi no e so omugu ena ame mekai say 2 years ago enso bi fa issue Accra ema nanado ekogina gata bi ho ema omo ka kire say the go Accra enso no ta etimi ye sa contractor na omo fa na mbra na omekire ndi ntia enso no san ye den eyiri ye no se watimi ye gbananum a kire the president himself ombra bontin na omeye the can say em say Adom TV na omo ye sa video I don't know say obetimi anya sa video na o kire say sa gata na omo ye the whole Ghana em say and then the biggest na omo ye na menim say why na eko around the world na omo title na say the biggest day and no mistake you know omo focus on that mistake.
I know, the biggest man-made gutter in the world.
Yes. Oh. The piano I said I go away and this too much family the mimi who no I go away and this so and I said you say if I say government no plan say what yanya engineers now more to move say blueprint ni who see that plan obi anhwe so say ufi anim kwaro ye share and at least e be prevent some of these issues no. Oh, but to me, the blame me the part to the government because I'm gonna have permit. Am I see that? And as a permit no problem, the amendment just say so. Ochina, Mr. TC, Dicey waterway more. No more the red pen no. The name baby omunya sa red paint no. Every current say produce permit, which means they say a yes produce money. Omonchira my say produce money, but you produce permit. Because ochina nipa no kotua pe na paint no akokɔ afi dan no meanwhile no sɛ mo asɛdeɛ ne sɛ mo hu saa no mo knock it down but ɔmo twerɛ ho with the red paint say Israelites requirement me say produce permit okɔ na kotua bibi mo ɔmo a ne nyinaa no sometimes no sɛ bio And you say be a West down Kwana, no unim yansa, and that's unim yansa. Before we sit down, area blueprint, say a supine, a school, a higher marketplace. It is who say obi ye rather than plan no side plan na or original one na at least yanka bibi. Na yenja say we see penny and a way do on in some way penny we were government position into young can ask them because at the end of the day, so yet that issue now, me TV back AC me them a bit blue, me just count to be it who be bisana, yeah, let it pay for because was a Ghana, I say you complaining too much. You can't resource no back, you know, you snowball your mom pay your mom until you know the impact of it. But I may say, who sit down or maintain not a waterway man. I said, me do me nice for now. Me catch the authority. They said, no, you injury because at the end of the day, I better affect me die. Now you just say, oh, say you, we are done this, you know, you're fancy children, man. Manana hot and bro.
Me sa a patron adi atwa an example of sa a water detention and a junior Hansen and Kamasam. It's in it. I'm not a academic. It's a minister. Be about good morning, Ghana. Or Cassie be here, there be $100 million to make detention for. As example, and yet idea is Hubia. I be here at there be $1 million to do it. Just say problem ne buyer first thing on who say how are we going to make money for ourselves with this problem? Forget saying then you be free. What is in this problem for me and my little family? Such as waterways are some now kind of, and I'm saying this with a bit of authority because I have a lot of construction background. We are to be a waterway. Since you talk quite much, baby, I'm soon far who better be an offer. Ain't he say, your maquine say, assassin 20 acres of assassin, yen sidan was so. That 20 acres, 10 acres now, Dina Casan decision. A year, waterway are blocking. So we should find an alternative. So what am I? Kebe fast assassin ma ko, na se be fast assassin so akọ ni na. They say you about the course say run off because your block is outside. Secret. It's intentional. That's why we call Uber South especially these water ponds, water detention and water retention ponds. You will be brave or South and say, it be after me community you do me in do 50, but we have a big pond. I collecting insurance. You release insurance kakra kubu stream beam. So that's how
come away to me tilapia farms cry.
Yeah, the only say I the fish around spring say I fish. You can put fish. We are no some says ducks no.
Yeah.
No money no. You think say for decoration, but we are collecting storm water and we don't want to overflow because in one controller ever floody baby. And they say you have to use it intentionally. You have to flood somewhere intentionally. Now, meaning we and you're planning for Ejuma, town planners for Ejuma, say the idea of say you're directing into your name and say Udi dia and so called toilet like.
I
I mean, it's as simple as that. Excuse my French, but like, say, okay, me say, I was so doing so, and I'm a boy. Like, there's no way, obey one and the other no ain't happen. So, Tokura is your form o blocking now. I was so open baby and soon bedding. So I think that's what we are saying at this moment. So your name said
there be any
sharks. Like
who's a real boy and society.
We need your better.
I say sometimes
say a real boy and soon to your nimble say in so better.
Yada the petty. Yada the petty.
The problem now and see my issue with this whole problem, let's say the fact say I who say and say flooding one of main problem no. Say me call somewhere Pokwas baby a hilly pa.
Yeah.
Na Hansen and North Carolina na somewhere in Virginia, Kabuse near Guasia be free.
Yeah.
You're holding chancing. Na Aquana or the Miko so wash and effect. So yeah. Also look at the view. And I'm saying, brother, what you are viewing is intense aluminium.
Heat in Koane Pro.
So Jakafas are sitting now with concrete and roof. Now Ghana no Hansen because of lack of security. And so Ubia Susi war.
Yeah, prison.
What's that? So no, because yes, obviously one, and I'm guilty of the same problem. Obviously one, in so many baby I'm foul. It's a towel fear one and a fear. And I just have 2 towels. Now, Balloon has his own fiacha, or the woman control. Almost die. What's that? To look out, Diana, not with your mango back, or no, your crap. Or mat to hold na towel.
Na Diana Casacray, I turn a towel, say from.
Diana, I turn a towel. From now, Cassam come punching and no more. Yeah,
come here, lazy. Come here, you lazy, say. Yeah, lazy.
You know, my issue was like I struggled with that for 1 week. Say, why? Like, there the baby ni petimo beka okay. Me see me there, then I me see my boka pa. But there's some boka. Na me see from him na.
Kwame, Capricorn. Oh, like, yeah, I never friend every 3 months be obetra grass. Okay. So what you say? Yeah, lazy say. I say what see down the career what painting no. This is what and say you say painting be.
But that's it.
But yes, you can the tough towel. Yes. Because yeah, person you be a juma bi kra sabio why a pension we a pensioner kra na nka de betin tre wa pum na ututu grass no yeah yeah concrete
me bisa say why na sana te so niska.
Yes, yep. Na kwame na form ho kra na so one yet house no form na enkwasi asem to say astrotef na wakoto plastic filled now they are be form ho nyina akata asase na
we dey former bia na me kasa on fan chemi say kofu nim se na kasa de nto no so no okofa asa astrotef no idea say me see me pese me see dan na me see a kan pese roof no yetimi no flat roof na me timi plant on sa na say green roof.
Yes, green, yeah,
green roof no na kan me plant oh no, oh, one call better idea.
AstroTurf.
Me understand I'm Mr. AstroTurf.
That's the top.
Now I'm just top and the Unyaso Beguso. And I'm saying, Kachi, do you know the reason why people even do green roofs? Send a aluminium na like my painting in green and my painting.
Oh, just
Just a dear plant dinosaur. You don't even know why. Oh, there's no to be oh, you find a smart way. And one year that's our form.
A laziness.
And how no money in our room to sooner any day. Ain't really. Now the moment fast in
Kwame, my fast. Baby, me, you may end. And you bring me this engineer, dear, or no, this and that. Ensure did that, and also had. Maybe me not having a swamp. I know the super thing. No, what feeling. No pond or not that one. Pond, young pond, no, a three. A who I grow a coa. Only shoot up. Ni now, Kokogum. Net and really will do. I'm with you, a dining in all round. The marriage no or chachim pepe and Sarikanya no I'm so because and you be chachim pepe I must my mama massa modo. My mama casame fast and your second topic. I saw one more Ghana, I'm a legacy, ye media. Median in South Tomawa from Kofo. I got for 1900. The Ghana BC. And media, said you want stupidness. Instead of the opinion, proper some ya can is I catching an up for the knuck order, a promising and the day, a fun, gun, and a crap a year, city. A say young body, a baby, or don't a cafe engineers be good over to don't instead of a catch up for them. Walk a cafe now, 100 and I uncommon do. As some will see. Never catch and numbers in BBC into wasting for Subian. I'm immediately so damp because one probably bring my cofado. BBC pen waka fankanas are but there and can be seen to a yashi. Come immediately on the say Ghana.
Nana was it.
Brother,
we are some industry be a nimdia phone him no. There's always that problem.
Kwame, but video na come as mama, but that's but video them.
Able to make that to bring the attitudinal change that would enable us to be able to make that to bring value to these demands. That is always left out up till today. Whilst as the John River is being dredged, there are still people at home who, when the rains come, think that the easiest way to deal with dirt in their houses is to throw it out into the gutter center. Those things have to come to a stop. We all have to speak to each other in Ghana to bring those things to a stop. Because if we don't, no matter the investment that we made, at the end of the day, we'll be back to square one. And I'm not prepared to spend your money in that way again.
I'll say. When you prepare so that's spending or the better plane and then the better plane you'll be by pass or the hey and I'll let you guys go at it, but President didn't respond on flooding and maybe when they say that speech will make you or Canada was just telling us first of all he has run out of ideas on him how to combat our problems. Into resigning. That's what me and Matthew so he has resigned from solving our problem. At this point in the time so no. The issue of Crawford getting rid of trash it's an issue. We haven't been able to solve that. We brought Zoom Lion. say Enka Ombe taking care of that issue. But because of logistical issues, Zoom Lion cannot just do the job by itself. Into if you need a Obuano fear, no man befa. And right here have a conversation because a Ghana baller born a bounty because no fufuna within by three days when you uncle training them more crowd now. So it's a matter of choice. It's a choice of either keeping those trash in your house, bringing house flies and diseases in your house, or getting rid of it somehow. It is a one provided a very good system of getting rid of our trash now. People will just end up throwing them away anywhere they can find. Kumakra is still be a I don't know, Tamala me trust over no come room but no be a kuyin sofa be a room because he doesn't want to pay for it. To get rid of it. So if you don't provide a good for people to get rid of their rubbish, yeah, trust me, it would rather be in the gutter than be in your homes. Ama, go for there.
The kasa no wa chika crow.
Ama kasa we chicken.
Is it better?
No.
I think it's a little better, but yeah, gotta get it.
That's something I'm Rebecca says.
Internet. I mean that speech may have crank Kawama. It would have served us better if he didn't say anything than to say what he did. You're welcome.
Speech. That's all. On
Doctor Yechel. Meji so kakrebi na mpesa meka.
Okay.
One was say they've never accepted a responsibility for their failure or their actions.
Anything.
Bibia from COVID first started with Mahama, free ACHS, COVID boom, Ukraine war, CC and Crawford. The only time or accepted responsibility. Time over to Abana, Okoma, Obinensa so say Montoma, Nima, Pana Montoma, New and that is the only time I accept it. If one of the monsters say my mistake, that is the only time or accept it or no, wait my mistake. Aside that, it will be the fault. Into flooding, yeah, Odo River also be a boat at to Samson. Still a hole, it's sanity. Now you are blaming people. As you guys are saying, trash. So why a trasher? Not say one fan carbon. Yeah. When your baby uncle damper him for our deco. Now I say me fancy boy. Me fancy boy now. They have to come and take it. So when your baby out of the back, what do? You have to carry it yourself, find a dumpster or a bush somewhere and place it. Because it's expensive. It is if there are no provisions for those things, the other banner said people will just trash it. What the big be the old baby? It is the one that's the one you expect them to do what? You see, we need sometimes we want to say, yes, okay, these are the prayer you're facing, and we are solving it. But don't say attitude. Attitude, no, you have an attitude too, because fly private jet at the expense of. You will be a who. See, admire what's what call maintenance 4 months. That 4 months to say then a and normally we don't within a week. So drain a year AC, flooding AC, 1 week, nebi and Sibioma. Nobody's gonna talk about it.
Thank you. That's what it is.
Anything, Emma, we push things. Last year's BC, and I see it. Oh, we're not gonna see it again. We're gonna do. You better drag. You better say the same issue. Market by the end of this year.
Yeah.
Next year, the same thing will happen, and
Yeah.
What kind of leaders are you? That is the only time. I'm serious. That's the only time I accept it.
We love the Panama.
Yes. No, that is the only time. Or accept it. Say, why mistake? How? And you can't always blame people. Blame yourself too. You know, it is sometimes I can say, oh, we did my mistake. This is your COVID. Check where the COVID in COVID won't to find COVID. Now want to find Russia Ukraine war. I'm telling you. Yeah. And even free SHS or the buyer also BBL media free SHS. Meanwhile, secure question can do $3 million. How? Oh, erratic. Charlie. But me saying that mon come as a man. I make us say, me draw my attention to
the one kind of year,
that is the only time I accept it. So I mistake. Oh yeah, that is the only time. Thanks for the good job you're doing, right?
Oh, Dr. Baku.
Yes, it does.
That's it.
And I think they say what you need very clear to which me.
Okay, thank you. Me worried, sir. Bebre na say who say insi otana nkrofa kodam po mo bola atum. But obiant me ba atum beka say me who say obidi kogum and I stop the person. And that's my worry. Because who say insi oni yiri because of what is happening. Now when who will be so the guma, what did you do with it? You see, it's about time they start questioning those things because Obia sorry Rebecca said, Obia time the fridge. Okay, nipa no so what time the fridge. What did you do? Or say Obia time the fridge no they are to got them. And my question is, me know him he also be the fridge to got them. Maybe I said nah, fridge no need to got them. And then again, recently, about 2 months ago, Nami Waga now. You will not believe, sir. The old fashioned way no you got anymore. Now the good coin and the near Jahono. It's still there. I personally stopped my car and asked them, said, come on. Until my brother have to yell at me that you would die before you go. Just keep moving. Because it's still there. Nothing changed. It's when people are busy saying, say, yes, society to the no subebwa, I am so much against it. Because what you see, you do. Nobody who say me who say would ignore to Gotham. I will question it. But nobody question who. I have to fight somebody who was telling Lady Napra, Omo Praprano. This was not recently though, but that was some years ago. Or Bako Pra. And Bako Edi yogurt now, they are two baby abuya press siano. Then I was like, when who saw Pra, now they are to her. Well, no, the lady was when who said my press is here now they to her. And you know what the other two want to kind? I had a hoya with them. Then I had to get that person. So you see, nanka people amugusu can say na ukotugu who say why can't you question the person? Say and then yes, then in that case we are watching back because I have said also obia the idea to film you have every right to question the person say free her. So you see, and your attitude, something must happen. People should understand, say in a foot on sacral just and social. Something must happen for people to stop misbehaving. Anyway, that's my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you. Ama. Fridge na Walken. And the fridge, Ama Futono. wofagya ase yɛ bi bɔtɔ wo fie nti ɔyɛ mu dɛ kɔkɔ no ɔntɔn na ɔbɔ dɔdze ato nsu no mu ɔna mo dwuma ɔmo ntaase no because amanfo kɔ around wɔtotɔ scrap na adze nti wofagya ase ɔbɔtan but kɔtɔ ayɛ n'ata aba ayɛ ɛsrɛ wa
I mean,
Thank you. But people that are saying so, man, who say would do fridge at two? No, they should be bold enough to question, and then they should be bold enough to also report. Yeah,
Right.
man, who say I don't know they are to Hana. So you know, if we can't be just talking about the problem and not offering
I'm
solutions.
anti purchase education wrong.
Exactly. Apart from education, yeah, Kasa, we should try and offer solutions like to some making. Who so be and pass who so be in the fridge too because I don't seem to believe it, right? But then if it happens, then question the person because I will question me. Obroni didn't crow me question. Not to talk of me, I'm a chrome.
Mama Crow.
Did you get it? Until we have to question and hold people responsible for what they are doing. It's not talk about it instead of I'm not going to change simply because you are telling me something. I'm not. People don't change because of people's opinion. Let's get that clear.
yeah,
People
I mean,
to what happens around them. You telling me it's your opinion.
That the push for people to change their attitudes. You know. I think Mokai said I have this conversation about a year ago.
Yeah.
It makes me so sick.
If somebody had the magic wand to let everybody still be changing the super, can you hear government either?
Exactly, that's the thing. But then again, you don't see how bad it is. Abroach for Yebeka no crese. There's a lot.
Okay, you to know.
But there's a lot. I will fear na yesu ye nim say yeah, you get it? But
Right.
Yebeku Hana because right we followed it.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
People are have to change their altitude before it's not going to work.
Kwame make security. No instructor instructor pe wona nkan no na wo so top. Kwame kaya.
No,
top what you hit to wo fi, right? Authority na was that chance, right? And so na ibi abafa na wa ahwe na wa koto egupum. Another baby. And see, keep us on making instructor. Instead of to how you better remember. Instead of to people, my neighbor one, Papa no man no top for the was on front top and see. Oh, my don't know who go got him. Oh, who got him and it's away. Na sent no na if you next time. Any damage in you.
Yeah.
And see them be said, oh, man, paying or Canada, some no way. National or Canada. Canada. Quite or Canada. Your background, and one of what you do, will send man. That was a kind of your problem.
No. A few that were clapping probably did not really understand what the president.
Brofano or Canada.
Yeah.
Kwame, your problem. If you're to a business now for the question.
No,
you put
problem.
This president, this is not the first time or try to use anytime there's a problem that he needs to be the solution.
Brother.
Try to obey you, and change your attitude. No. Okay, fix the country by it. They came out with another troops to fix your attitude. They are always trying to say.
But you know,
go ahead.
We can't blame this government too much. You know why?
Tell me.
He's so he's so old. He's supposed to be reading storybooks to great grandchildren. He just said, you people think, come on, what do you people think this man would do at this point in time? He fell right from the beginning. Me, I am the one that started calling this television station when Mahama came to power newly. I started bashing him on his radio station. I started doing that. I started attacking Mahama because I personally know Mahama in a little way. So I started personally myself. So when they were camping for Kufuor, I was, God, this is another wrong choice. And my brother was, what is wrong with you? My brother was, what is wrong with you? You don't want he's just too old and something doesn't sound right. And I'll tell you why. Me call Ghana, not this current president, not Biden or your Minister of Foreign Affairs or something.
Right.
Correct? Good. Me call change it. If you overstayed, you have to renew your visa. So I go to the custom to renew my visa, and me call the first office I entered. And that's not the entire customs are other foreigners are no more office were standing at the gate, and I have to make a tree.
break. On break, Anna.
Break. Maybe a couple break time.
So why would you just feel we are away for 15 minutes and because we have foreigners coming in and make a tree like a toy. Of course, which I get that a lot, which is okay though. But that was what happened. Me say, and the leader is the one that want to be a president. Oh, me right now with me who saw no, I just a wrong choice. But now let's add to it. He's just too old and he's sleeping. There is nothing he could do. Let's stop being so hard on him. Already. Can we just stop thinking about it?
Who?
I mean, I think after that speech, those of us who didn't think
exactly
who still thought that he could do it, and we should resign right now and no say Charlie.
Yeah, for
this
sure.
Guy, we should just wait.
We can do about it.
We should just wait him out.
Another
time. Yes, sir.
I think okay, me know you again in some way, me know you again in another way. Okay.
That we can leave him alone.
Okay, so just imagine
yeah.
Mostly if you go to your grandparents' house, everything is in order.
Yeah.
So what study the typical grandparent now like grandkids say now they be
yeah.
Because everything is organized. When it's not organized. I said the whole world will be a yebi.
Okay, but agree with me that not all grandfathers or grandmothers are organized.
That's also true.
So will you place him in that category and stop being
yeah, but I mean,
what I wanted to say, I agree with that, man. After the speech from Canada,
okay,
I think we should just let's just wait it out to see who they train on the time.
Yeah, but I mean, this is one thing I say I've seen in Ghanaian a lot. Your Babruchra, your Subani is different, and I Ghana so a different. Just imagine, I think a year ago there was this Chinese guy about Ghana, or say Niyam Hana. Near one who's a Ghana for instead of so called toilet, and Okujan and I see I'm saying one of the guys in the catches on fun and something.
Thank you.
Because in China, you can never do that.
And he wouldn't do it.
But about Ghana, the attitude of the people,
that's we do.
Because laws being the why govern say those things are punishable by law. Or you Ghana for you. Until also so quenching and Okujan and I.
And do you blame him?
No.
He sees what, yeah,
monkey see, monkey do.
Exactly. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Okay. Me, if you, my brothers, my brother penny, I want a driver, and I use this driver like my own. Until when I get a chance to learn how to drive, I didn't do it. So my bedroom bridge, me who said, without a car, I can't do what I'm doing. If you have to, as I said, me pay the price by working to pay for my own, go to my own driving school. Now, before driving school, me just 1 week, but because I already know how to move a car already. It me call 1 week just to know how to reverse a little and know how to park a little. Me feel some baby. But in Quebec, before then I used to live in Quebec. But in Quebec, you have to finish that and use that to go get a permit, and then you have to use the permit to train yourself well before you can get a driver's license. I used the permit to drive for 3 years. Police forced me 2 times. That is how stubborn I am. You see, Mimi, well, Ghana can still have many driver's license, and I can bet, baby, now Ghana goes to drive for you. No many driver's license.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of people are dying on these streets, accidents, and nobody even talk about it. From Accra to Kumasi is a hell. So what to me, corner we do, I thank God. Me, Brenna to drive it, and nobody cares. Nobody talk about those things.
Yeah, Ghana, me, I started driving when I was 14. I got my license at 18. It's 4 years
at
in
least you got a lot of without it.
4 years in let me then drive it. Somebody be you know.
But also say abrochire like accident near happen, you know. Brony basi who can say in the next and happen be right. But Ghana no you be mass a year na ya cobons na that's it. No solution.
We cut the edge of everything. We just cover it up and then we move on. We cover up, move on.
Too much.
It's sorry.
I was saying like I'm saying right? I was back and I
Well, because nobody want to hear the truth. And I'm saying this again, though. Not because we don't want the truth. It's because we don't know what the truth is.
Sometimes I agree with them saying, say, yeah, attitude. I quite remember, say, that time I was Ghana. Fina and I team, compound house, Gatana no more, it leads to another person's entrance, also the neighbor. Or the concrete is Gatana say, on per se, a neighbor for the fear. So, no to not a guafana home.
That
but
is
also now the concrete in it here,
Yeah, but sir, that is actually not attitude. That is lack of knowledge.
Yep. And no fiddle with discussion.
You know how you make people change their attitude. It's by punishing them.
Thank you.
It's either education or punishment. Or see Gatano
to be enforced. Ghanaians need a firm hand. We need a firm leader, not one spoken gentleman or whatever.
Yeah, we see Gatano and the assembly, and I say metropolitan for, and I say whoever is in charge of that area, and then China Environmental Protection Agency about fees and master Gatana we see what the concrete that is not going to happen. You have to repair the gutter. This is your bill.
Find you.
This is your bill. You have to pay this. Next time when the gutter floor, the concrete will go. Oh yeah.
Kwame, but you missed a question. Yeah, America had it. In California, no other state. Summertime, yeah, it jet to Roma, it jet to baby. After the president, it jet to winter moon,
No.
In fact, I didn't have for the back of the Jesus, right? A product was that serious.
The thing wrong.
So you see, it's not attitude, but it's lack of knowledge. We
So
don't.
I don't resign. Serious.
See, it's not just a Kufuadu.
Nice in your Buffalo here. We're shooting for 10. What kind of a young president? If you want to, I had 2 times. Miss you walk or you bear 45 drive. Let me know. We feel be cry about 2 times.
Mhm.
I could for the hook you are on Bunan Punkasa.
No, okay.
No. Nana was in I'm charged on the beba hono. It will cost a lot of money. Into the rest
More
of it.
Bakra.
Yeah.
More Bakra.
But okay. May say we shouldn't be blaming this president too much. Oh, you're too old. But the vice now, baby, the place they had the explosion.
Yeah.
That normally when
Tapa
disaster
hono.
disaster happen or whatsoever, little everybody have to be on your working gear. You have to be on your boots,
Yeah,
dress,
boots and a helmet.
go help. Yeah, you are ready to go help the people, right?
Yeah.
Say you who our vice
Hey,
president,
I'm a Bacasa.
our vice president who went there. He was
I shot
ready
the
to
shirt.
A photo shoot no
but
koye why am I so
I'm a Bacasa.
but am I lying? Didn't we watch the video? He was
Yeah.
just in one agbada with every
What
people
talking, Okay, again.
following him were all dressed as if they were going to a party, and I was God. I was so boiling in me, and they were just talking comfortably, and as if saying a disaster now happened to us, and I'm missing away and now BBC for said they were there to comfort the people or talk about issue. Nobody was help, and I was thinking about how probably a big crumple gusuye baby as gusuye they say help, and they wouldn't help, or they were just dressed. Nobody is ready to go help or nothing. And that place, no, I've heard how it is so far or anything. I won't say Yakaka cry so we we forgot all about them.
And then I was with someone who won't see my one.
Okay, so you
I can't fast my
Kwame video yeah will show yeah Ghana can see dynasty and uncle be the because Kwame so we see that crowd Ghana right now 10 feet now 10 feet now ABI no pedestrians near Ubehu now offer CBD kiosk at this year so offer my mobile kiosk will feel any one tells you we need money on earth.
So you see, this can't be our attitude. And if it's our attitude, something must help us change. Okay.
I think what will help us change.
Have to talk about.
Dr. Bafus Kasim, I say Ghanaians don't complain enough.
Right.
I say me so ya to afine. See afine e be kasa. Next week say we stop talking.
On TV, on Friday.
Because look at this. Me say yeah problems now. A starty free baby na aboa no amaba bedru. Remember, I think early this year we were talking about decentralization.
Yeah.
I will say yeah, you vote to a DCE so that we can hold them responsible for things that happen within our towns.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Before
yeah.
Say no. The DCE of the town now. Who said so to and my classmates can DC or baby or a friend saying there was a mud and yeah be about the group main kind of so omuntimi fa ka plan fa ho.
Yeah. But when that much try.
Omuto ko bisa DC ni say then obeya fa ho okakens omu say kwan dey highways for the antiro no there's no zero obeya fa.
Na Kwame excavator ko e be no yahye no.
You know why he can say that and nothing will happen to him? Because anyone more than a buy. He's not working. Although he's working in the city, he's not working for you. He's not trying to catch your eye. And apart from some irritating. Oh, you don't do anything for him. But saying can yen one am voting in the buyer and come over that sorry no not with himself with his Wellington boot and shovel. Or to take so that he knows he's working for you and he wants you to see him working.
Yeah.
But this same government decided to say ma omunya the MPP NDC there and on my DC.
Look at this.
Responsibilities ni nyina no ewo ono ko anaso.
And they wouldn't do it.
And also now SMC he doesn't take responsibility back the sky. You see that COVID, Ukraine war, Iraqis war, Israel for Bobiasum. Mahama was there about 5 years ago. Kwame Nkrumah should have done something. He didn't
America crying shooter. America crying shooter foul.
It's everybody's problem but his. So also responsibility the China and call from that so that we can know people we can.
But the are not ready to work too. So you're not going to blame an old man who is all tired and always dozing off. Come on now, people.
Ama, hombre yo. Also, so I bro, won't be saying who you if Damas no care.
Well, I've never heard.
And here. Also, won't be saying so I bro.
You know, you saw that.
Yeah.
No, we all see him sleeping or dozing off all the time.
Oh.
So, you know, Mel today. All bad buildings are in NDC strongholds.
Wow. Sir, education now can be no.
Mel. Mel, click on the link.
But it means no way of
and come and explain this.
Nice guy, pan work for them.
No. Maybe we don't understand what he's trying to say. Maybe our might be a typo.
And now that's sorry,
typo.
Maybe that's sorry,
a typing problem.
Maybe that's sorry, I know. What can say?
But Kwame say, who say sometimes no home. And some night to ye no. Yen Shenyan be frame. Okay.
Yeah.
Because just imagine say Sebio, the vice president of Ghana, Okaba Bino. Oyari, you know. Say information say not that pick up. Okay. There's no way your friends say NDC, you know, not that pick up.
That was the president himself, right?
Yeah.
No,
at the most.
No, Mills back.
I think it was the vice president. Yeah,
the vice president. Emisata. Yeah, you need to pick up and I didn't call. Yes, you be in frame. Okay. You couldn't ambulance, no, a dear human idea near the system. Okay. And technically, you know, I could say, I didn't want Krunum Hono. Instead, say, ye because say, ye be Chessica. All these things, you know. Says the kind of no, young Franco education. Radio stations now, they be a mocha abnako kone, all those and Quasasam now or mocano. Every day, piano, or preaching on these things, you know.
Yeah.
Because a lack of education. And I would say, sometimes and also say, and yum cry, or be born yum, name your down. Not the be a parme, oh, manauti, or the radio to honor. Or more body the same and you
true.
At the end of the day, no.
Yeah.
Every day, yes, or more preachy say, and a crooning ye. But these are the solutions. Say, men fa uran to her, men ye say, even though class says, you got no crying, you know, say, yet me ye be say, okay. Rano, men fan to you say Zoom lion for non Dawson. Enti ye be rano be a 2 days be an ebe pick crana and kebet me reduce the number of trash you make you a kronum. It is every day be a dumb radio, ni coffee TV, ni all these things, no, or more kind rather than say or more show abna kokoto no there. I think say in Kebet me I SUB I Ephraim, but all
Hanson, when you walk for court, oh, a person of Patapano, you may do. When you walk for court,
media, no. Media, I mean, we've spoken about this before. We are going to continue to have half-baked journalists, you know, all the time, and what they are interested in is comedy. I don't know, so say, I mean, have you even heard to say na Sakaka, first and Aduma na peace, even obi any accident we pra. And the one that disgusted me was they were talking about a rape victim.
Yeah.
And I think say Agrobina.
Yeah.
Like and the excuse me there.
And be questioning the person as if
exactly
the one hurt.
And
so, those are so hard to hear.
The hardest part for me was that, like, it was about 3 women and a gentleman, and the gentleman was the one that was trying to steer the conversation from where they were. And among Bajekra. And these are the people. Internet to be on unemployment or Ghana, to be a kakra, because it will force these highly educated, highly sensitive people to start considering being journalists because they do many.
Kwame, me send no video by me pray makanwasa. Video me send on. Asem no do work at empoko no nkom. Empoko me news anka. All kind of oh na no blofo ye do. Si o ka chere bi 3 months o ka blofo da mana. O blofo zo head. Asem no do ncho o ka chempoko le. Onkom. Empoko na no blofo no all kind for the blofo no ye da wa ma. Look at this. Wabra mpoko no le tete.
Education, like even though the news not about Bontino, that concept no more on channel. Omo story no we now we referee asem
okay.
Exactly. Education na kwabana mel kwabana boaten can say me fear ni na se me koye gata kakraka the next neighbor no ebe didi matem onim hwe nti me educate me hono at the end of the day no me next door no
yeah, you are educated and doesn't help if your next door neighbor is not educated. And first of all, me now me a private citizen now, but me die back me educated. Now the DC and the planning planner and engineer no come educated. How does it help the town?
It never help. Telling America so see who then we pay no more the kiosk as our original payor. I be born who say we met around Keloto.
Answer me so ukusunya ne pass here kiosk. Oh, that the damn coupon. Now, hey, remember when you said now your station, baby, your buses, part of the station. Who said that you said that trees in the crowd?
Yeah, in the yeah. They say be new ho.
And now, baby, are not like the walkways now need to be not
yeah.
Just pack a kiosk from.
Now Rex what's that Rex or
developer power?
Yes. Kwame, the funny thing is also Rex anymore dual carriage now no and free now not like post in the system no because na amount for jinam ton no mantino omode enade and asen achim unam kunuma also as a prison.
Ah, jeez. The problem is because a lot of the citizens, I will not say, like a lot of people are literate, they can read and write, but education,
yes.
It's no say, I don't know, a bonnet taxi driver, was telling me, say, Corona develop people because there's also random park traffic cheaper. No, I didn't want to even start.
Just
I didn't want. Just say because ya
yes.
With the increase of population, cars, no. I mean, Sudan is such a small town. We shouldn't be using cars that much, So, it's a town where you can just walk around or bike around the whole town easily. I say you're planning town in such a way, say, allow cars grab a break and then by the center of the town. Or no who say because there are some blockages. Oh, quite no one sorry, maybe I saw the 10 minutes corner or the 20 minutes equality development about crew.
But Kwame, who's an issue? I started already. So who was told that? Who was told that was Sunyaya, right? Not all driver who drew out in your parking. Anna, Memphis says 10 feet now. Or more town planning for you, or more referee say crew economy, and as some increase space now. Yeah. Because they say so who was store na me was store now park your car na me park here. Then the road is closed. So normally no I'm say ye nwin ho say nipa no say bio dachi bia no obi betimi ato car na say biwi ai ye isu road no. But rather no because of who said the masses no and nantino a be issue. Big oh yeah, some more. Almost your Montiasi.
Oh, David. And Mel, they can say, Mel say, you were educated fools. Me, I wouldn't even say the educated. I think we have a lot of uneducated literates. Like we can read and write. Now, so say, Nyansa pa.
Kwame, who video ya chill?
Achia ba mintimenti ya.
I judge Kwame, I judge in no today. Why do you need my judge?
My try into the Obi was our technical know-how. I'm waiting for you to turn this around.
I'm a watch.
And Kwame we pa he. Oh, also say we so no to and no class as na say. Yeah.
Na problem omo have a park and say we sunyane away at least me shane there at least bear 7 there all over the town. We had parks. Akabe 2 pair. Now 2 no. Basically I cut 2.5.
1.5.
2.5 basically. Now your bakubia na your botanical garden. I know I am for say I'm for more. For crab stores so that
Yeah.
Yeah, stores. And I will no so no. Na sama happy crazy. We no so no. Ya shada say your man insane. Say be ya say because it's dangerous.
Yes. We forgot now.
It's we can be na FIC store.
You person know you have a boss.
Me Kwame, me mate
that's the problems we have.
Me mate ni be assemblyman, right? Baby area baby not like why is a canopy no. And nanke the best me hear offer me I say you can't in your now no. Na me say I don't know mucha I say oh na we for no question and I do not.
Can you imagine?
Na me say me fan say the whole neighborhood a Hong Kong na yen you know Ose hono na se bi omo hye omo kotena ho ne yi. Nti anadwo no mma no complain say hono yesu ne yi. Nti omo twannua ne nyina agu.
Onye mu dua na aze ba. Wa kuskus onye dem kwa meke. Ibudum tumu read watro. Bon tasa.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And be na akoya okoton Achimota Forest. Your friend say.
Say
Sir John is very educated. He's very, very.
I love you.
He's a very good literate, like or a lawyer, something like that. But when it came to the job, who forest no so paso. Or no, as far as it's concerned, neology space. It's just a claim, not the mania baby sit down. So that's the problem. And
yempese be ko achiri de bia no yepese like maybe a hona ye kru no na yepese yetenem
Nja was ma ha make school we case school AC bush nti onyimi yansa ana
mela kasempa ahemfo no so unia ahemfo no anyway the bia me kase say if your own leader panyinu kura wom ne say ono bibia anye the fault only responsibility bia the only time or no accept the fault so what can say
Leland Vanderman. No. Leland Vanderpoy. Man can ye cry.
No, I think he wanted to say Bannerman or Coca.
Vanderman, yeah. No, Coca Vanderpoy, yeah.
No, Simon can you cry? No, that was the only time I didn't feel so too.
Hey, Kwame, why your time, Nadia?
My and there will be Ama.
And they are free day. Someone our crabber.
Madame for you, I say, you think you'll be an old chairman there or Prempe. I say, I cut 30 minutes to move on my fine Robbie.
But the one can you cry?
One can you cry? Oh, the video you'll be on my internet.
Before video, no. So, ultimately rotate video now and sana why?
I've been trying to rotate it. In fact,
file now. Also no. We rotate the crown sana one me play no.
No. Me. I don't have the software to very basic software. More very basic software. It's been rotating. But it's a very nice video. I'll be trying. I have no commentary crowd, but man can video no man training you crowd. Video editor bia now the mama send the man no editing man no say family na video name mention here cry anyway abusiafo asem de yaka ase near Pakusia no radio host problem you can't
wow
Mel asem no I don't know radio host that's a radio there you can video here no
Kasa
Kasara me kasake zero to tiade maya what's a madia tum radio obimbe ya muami so
onye ya anom ne waka say
makase
Wait, I hear by Canada program.
Wait, previous host to the man,
Ukraine for name Russia for talk Ukraine, my Europe is and I'm a kind. I didn't. Upon when you are my same as a train and say train on the side. Now, because at this point, the president has given up. Anyway, Musafo, that was it. Museme buy actually. Nah, I'm back in the country now. Museme akamenya body kaka. I'll have time, and then next Thursday, Friday, variety show, 8 o'clock upwards. Ibishia bene papa be kune. Equia money, and a capito, Ibishia. I started training for one who will be one day. I'm saying I'm family on my serious side. And on Tuesday, so still, and I was said Tuesday, last Tuesday will be TAB. Yeah, Yes, so kind of history of Ghana. 7 o'clock, and air call Tuesday. And on Wednesday, so it's show no, Jasu, issue now. That's why issue. I think Wednesday to Thursday, I think I've forgotten the time, but you you get.
I think it's 5 or baby.
5 or
yeah.
Plus, moving notification now you tune in. Now, Mubaswa, you have to participate. And Amane, Hansen, and Nana Jose, Dr. Bakus, even Mel Kraba, they all try to participate. Now, I'm not sure. No, I the Mubaswa. They said they're my nipa 10 nation and nipa 10 mashe. No, I don't know. It will be the problem. It's the Damunia Masi. I'm here at my next Thursday this year. Hopefully, next Thursday we can start in Temkaka as usual. Na the Atwasu. And if you see something, say something. Ghana, there be a scandal about that. Terrorist planets on Bashir crew. Sakra will know. Mondays and Wednesdays, sorry, Mondays and Wednesdays. That's a crowd no koya wela or the Ottawa Chimotanana terrorist weaknesses or bomb, but that no started. Unamikumo who said before Kaku to be one time with my bomb beha. If somebody tries to recruit you or Anoman, no man who or report to them now. Mark and farm. Remember, if I say Cronin to Cronin, a boy and boy about him. That's all Confubonia or Tipru Sena. I say, but Timby. I did a first work as a country brook or country no brook, you're the inside. If you see something, say something. But I mean, it surprises me that scandal be a baby and terrorists, your margins on Beshigana. And them more, but that don't understand. See something, say something like the government is saying, and let's all be each other's keepers. Be your brother's keeper. And I like Futu and Nemenya say. So to say we so to know be as one fridge so the go to Gatama can be beaching. We saw and also the Gatama. We come the TV. So
is it the young chance and two boats in Kogan or Ninja? I say,
local government. So if you get a chance to talk to your DC, MC, planner, and country, say if you know, baby, I saw message because a man says, say, better with the mupa there. The better got it, and it's on my way. Now, that's a fear poker shoot and Mondays and Wednesdays. You know, I'm a baby not moving. And I was in a handsome one can see the 11 day ya crab. Yeah, and can you cry? But I want to one can remember can shoot.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. One will be say Kasana Yankasa or one French.
Next week,
The Versace Akibio. Yes. So what's the next? You could down now. Nese anue nsu ana heat nsu ne emfemia ne as goes na as to da mala iku no tu oye kese. Nti Ghana ku no da yen na wo ne yemi yenwa ne yemia na iku no nko na okwa yetum yeyin na ho oye de bia na yebe hye travel de bi oda ye hye nika America sama aba wa he sise yin ye hye nika na ye zebo life ye gi travel hye nti ye gi travel da hye nti Ghana ku no da yen na ho wɔma yɛmie yɛ no yɛmmia yɛnka yɛn anim saa mmerɛ mɛyɛ no ɔnyɛ a yɛnka sɛ kwame na ɔreyɛ no ɔnyɛ a yɛnka na maasɛm mɛsɛ bebree yi dɛ akyekyerɛ na ɔnye nwɔba wɔtu kwan na nwɔba no wɔakɛsi akyekyerɛ n'akyi na wɔkɔ na akyekyerɛ no wɔabrɛ nwɔba no kakyɛ akyekyerɛ no sɛ ɔhwɛ no ntom nkɔ a ɔnsa no no nkɔ maa na esi wankasa wɔntie na asoso
Yeah, man, just about every fancy.
I mean,
It's a yeah, Dr. Pope, no, I bet
Akufo to kwan ekonomi wotu vice president yemne nso ya brent hotel Akufo de nechi what's Akufo de nsan na ono ntua no ono oyan wo ba no akyekyere na olokwa na okọ speed obere so botum ma na esikwa
okay. Ame, we dey nye BBC dey say Ghana for other Roma. It's a church here. Tifo ni atamfo ni eyi nyina. O say ni data bia no. Yesre nyame ehye no data bi o say bia. Okay. The mede betwa to ye sebio bibi ebesi wo Ghana no. Yankopon eyi ho Ghana for because a comedy the train. I started with the airport, no, and I saw Kitua be Shirifa Terminal 3. And then I Kokobo say, it's you about Shirafa, the whole country. You know, I say, you're going to year. And I hear politics and I agree. And it is sometimes, you know, and paying for no mistake no more so via economy, no, a jigu. They say, yeah, our man for our cars. I say, and as I say, in social coca one electronics be a room piano and ya papa. And the economy no there. She say, you know, Dr. Bakus Bessie, Russia bomb, COVID bomb. This is in soon so I say economy no. And you know, and paying for some more being who ye nan kamochi chirukuni. And sometimes no moon to me for be and share natural disaster. And I say, it's the empire and say next time no say sooner a bit shiri crown and Claudian co Flaster house or not also the heat in the kaka. And son maybe on maybe in Mabuno Hosoa. Now I'm working here. And the Kwame at the man we see.
All right. And I was for yes, the sounds so I can say no many videos repeating with me as an email or that text or that you can go on my Facebook and send me a text. I may I do my next Thursday the same share. Nah, you're talking so good night everybody.